Still in my bag, intact, don't slack. Fill in the gap, it's a rap, no cap. Might stay dash, just to chase they cash.
Welcome back to another day in the Elajas era. I'm your host with the most boast, Taylor Elajas. You doing good? I'm doing pretty good, but are you doing good though? I'm doing pretty good. So today, what we're talking about is LIL UZI Vert and why he is trying to tell the media and the world that he is quitting music. And I'm here to tell you why that is false. But I'm going to tell you reasons as to why that's false and why Uzi feels like this in the first place. So, first off though, I just want to point out the facts. Like let's get into the facts. You know, sometimes I sugarcoat some things before I get into the real hard facts, but you know what? We're just going to jump into the facts today cuz I want to get y'all some concrete information, and I want to tell y'all you will get LIL UZI music. So I just don't want you to be upset, you know. I'm here to make everybody happy, you know, happy and knowledgeable. That's what I want. So off the gates, right out the gates, LIL UZI will be dropping an album at some point. It may not be called Eternal Take. Who knows when it's going to come out? Most likely this year though, and it will happen. Alrighty, so first factual information. After LIL UZI released his first mixtape produced by the Academy imprint, and that was released on August 5th, 2014, by the way. After that released, he signed a record deal with Atlantic Records, the imprint Generation Now, which is DJ Drama and Don Cannon's imprint. Okay, so he signed to those individuals back in 2014. We are now in 2019. It's been quite some time. But as you see, he is signed to a record label. And the way contracts worked, it doesn't just work like, oh yeah, I'm going to quit music now. No, that's not really how that go down. So I'm going to tell you a different situation where you see numbers are involved. Okay, numbers are involved. So when there's numbers and money and real life money, like large sums of real life money involved, things like going on social media and just saying I'm quitting music, that just doesn't happen. You know, we see Rich the Kid do it. We see a lot of artists do it when they sign when they're young. They don't realize their value. They don't realize, oh yeah, I can really make way more money than I'm making right now. They see the right now. They see a load of cash. They see I was broke before and now I can not be broke, you know. But like I always say, know your worth. Leverage your value. Okay, so make sure you know what you're dealing with. Make sure you know what you bring to the table. And really, you should only go to a record label when you get to a point where you can't do anything else. You know what I'm saying? You get to a point where it's like, I've done so much promotion by myself. I've been able to get to a high enough stature to where it's like, yeah, I did a lot by myself. But then, you know, getting things like high placements in Spotify playlists or Apple Music playlists, or when you're doing promo runs, being able to go to like a Breakfast Club or a Power 105, and being able to get invited to award shows or having your song or music video even being nominated for awards. Sometimes that takes labels to be able to do things like that, you know. But if you're just coming out of the gate, you drop a fire mixtape, you really haven't even really even done that much promotion, and the label comes to you because they see the potential or they know that you're putting up numbers, they're just going to try to snatch you up, you know. They're going to try to snatch you up. So you got to be mindful of that because they care about money, not people. And you can't really fault them for that. You know, it's a money game. But I'm going to use some specific numbers about another artist. You might know him, maybe. Had a pretty big hit, you know. Gucci Gang. I don't know if you heard it. But Lil Pump, back in 2018, voided his contract with his record label Warner Brothers because the deal was made when he was a minor. Okay, and initially when he signed the contract, he received around a $350,000 advance with the opportunity to make $500,000. That's a whole lot of guala. And he was required to produce 5 albums with 14 tracks each. So, like I said, specific numbers are used in things like this. Know your value, leverage your worth, You can, interchange simulation property, I'm not good at math. It's one of those, But anyway, he also reportedly would have received 15% of album sales and a percentage of his merch. That is disgusting. That, like, what? A percentage of my merch, which is based off me as an individual. A percentage, 15% of album sales. 15%? Come on. But, I don't hate that. Like, the labels want money, and they want to be able to take you. It's about, will you let them take you? You can't blame them if they take you and you let them take you. You know what I'm saying? I never fault people for that. It's if you don't know what you're doing and you go in the meetings and you just say, yes, 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 give me the contract, I'm signing it. No. Okay? You honestly should never even take the first offer of anything. Nothing, ever. Never take the first offer. But anyway, so Lil Pump definitely made the mistake of signing early and not realizing that his worth was very, 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 very high. And when you're a new artist and a record label just comes with a stack of money, slaps it on the table, then you're probably going to be like, wow, yes, give me all of the money. So, we're going to take a little deep dive into the tweets between Lil Uzi and DJ Drama, who he is signed to. Okay, so Lil Uzi tried to give a little advice to his rapper fans and his younger followers coming up. He said, if y'all do sign, ... sign to a major. Don't sign to a rapper or a DJ. Multiple dots. There gotta be at least 6 dots here. It's just easier when the time comes for that fake stuff. And got a rolling eye emoji. R might be, I don't know, it's like an R in the circle, and the 100 symbol. I'm probably more than likely gonna have the tweet on the screen in case you don't know what I'm saying with these emojis. Next, we have DJ Drama, who responds to Lil Uzi's tweet. Let's state the facts and see who's really on some fake stuff. Come on, he said, yo, we gonna state these actuals, you know what I'm saying, these actual factuals. We gonna get right to it, you know what I'm saying. So he's saying that Lil Uzi talking hella fallacies, hella lies. And then Uzi says, I was giving advice to my young followers. Space, ... space. You got a guilty conscience or something? So, things like this obviously should not be happening on the Twitter streets. Tweets should not be going back and forth between a label head and the artist. But, this happens all the time. And back in 2016, actually, Lil Uzi, there was reports saying that he was trying to sign to Taylor Gang. And then DJ Drama nipped that in the bud real quick, and he said, due to any confusion or contrary belief, Lil Uzi Vert is only, with quotations, signed to Generation Now LLC, ! For more emphasis on your head top. So, things like this happen all the time, but I really just wanted to make you guys understand Lil Uzi will be putting out more music because he is signed to a record deal. This is how it works. You're putting out music whether you like it or not. He's obligated to fulfill a contractual amount of albums, not mixtapes, albums. Okay? So when he puts out the contractual amount of albums that he was signed for, then he'll be able to leave his deal. But a lot of deals are for upwards of 5 years, could be 10 years, so he might end up being in that deal for a little while longer. Never know, maybe it's signed in 2014, we might see him out by 2021, or whenever he can put out those I'm gonna at least assume he has 2 more albums left on his deal that he has to contractually put out with Generation Now, the imprint of Atlantic Records, because so far he has Lil Uzi Vert versus the World. Well, no, that was a mixtape. So studio albums, he only has Love Is Rage 2 out, so that's 1 album. And most record labels are not going to only sign you for 1 album. So Lil Uzi's not done making music though. So that is the end all be all of this conversation that I wanted to share with you. because I see a lot of these blogs putting it in people's heads, and I don't really like that. I don't like the spread of lies, and I understand Lil Uzi's upset right now, and he has the utmost right to be upset, because signing to, and honestly, I wouldn't want to sign to a rapper either, because the rapper, they're usually under a record label, so they're like the middleman. So you're basically signing to a middleman, and that record label is already a middleman. So that's too many middles. Like, that's nasty. You know what I'm saying? That's real nasty. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of nasty men up in those record labels just trying to make you go to a middleman and not make you think that they're middlemen, but that's what they are. But I hope you learned something today, and hope you come to the realization that Lil Uzi will be putting out music. It may not be under the name of Eternal Take. Who knows what it'll be named, but it will be released at some point or another. New Paddock is pretty hard, though. I like New Paddock. On my wrist, new diamonds. So maybe we get some songs like that. Maybe we don't. But for all you new artists out there listening to this, make sure you know your worth, leverage your value. Because this could be you. This happens every day to a new artist that don't know they worth and don't know they value. Okay? I'll catch you on the next episode of Fill in the Gap.
Are you an artist with a fire track but just not enough promotion? Well, lucky for you, I have 3 playlists currently available on Spotify and Apple Music that you can be featured on. I have one for breaking new hip-hop, I have one for R&B and smooth tunes, and I have one specifically made for newer artists. To be able to send me those songs, you can either DM me or email me, and the links to those will be in the description below. Do you have what it takes to be in the music industry? We'll prove it. See you in the next video.
My people tell me that I'm good for this. The other ones just think I'm hood for this. But really, I've been busy with filling the gap with the feeling of being really the most. So tell me, what is your life? I can tell you what life's like. Shine bright, set a sword in your head.